Welcome back to the Raw Intuition Brunch podcast, and my dog just started barking. So, anyways, come here, Noah. Come here. Come here. Do you want to say hi? Hi, Noah. So, she wanted some attention. Maybe she has a Leo bone. So, welcome to the Moon Reflection series on the Raw Intuition channel, podcast, whatever you're listening to this on. And yeah, the moon, she's totally distracting me, but she's so cute. Look at how cute she is. She's such a lover. And she probably has a Leo moon now that I think about it. But so I want to talk about Leo moon because it just went into Leo, and I'm going to try to get this one out. So Leo is a fire sign, and it represents the heart chakra and the heart, and it represents a fixed fire. So the way that I like to describe this is it is a maintained fire. So it's the kind of fire that you sit around to keep you warm, as like a campfire, or the kind of fire that you cook with, or the kind of fire used on a candle, for instance, would be a Leo fire. But you see, it's the kind of fire you use for a purpose, a specific purpose, and it grabs your attention, and you often want to stare at it and appreciate it and all of those things. And that is definitely a great way to discuss the needs and the nurturing of the Leo moon, because your moon represents how you like to be nurtured and how you want to nurture others. It is how you experienced your mother or nurturing figure or caretaker who did the nurturing, whoever that was, male, female, cousin, stranger. I'm just kidding. It shouldn't be a stranger, right? Because if they're nurturing you, but you get what I mean. So the flame of that fire needs to be fed. So definitely words of affirmation, I would think, are Leo's. Leo moon's one of their favorite love languages, or just letting them know that you see them, right? Like just letting them know that they feel seen is very important to them. And there's a Leo part in all of you, no matter what. So wherever it's at in your chart or whatever planets you have, I have a Mercury in Leo, and I like to be heard. So hence I have a podcast and a channel. It has taken me a while to work up the courage to be seen, but my voice, I've never had a problem being heard. And if you have known me in any capacity that outside of, watching these, you could confirm that I have never had a problem letting my voice be heard, and it would be experienced as pretty bold and fiery, I would imagine. And so, like with my Leo Mercury, if you have Leo and Mercury, it can be a very authoritative voice, or it can be kind of like an attention-seeking voice. And I definitely have been on both sides. It just depends on how secure you feel in an environment, and like where you're at in your self-care and stuff. So you're that you can't really ignore a Leo Mercury voice, though. It's either going to appeal to you as being very authoritative and very I think Barack Obama has a Leo Mercury, but he might just be a Leo sun. But I don't know. I would double check that. So anyways, it could appeal very authoritative and like you want to listen to it, or it could appeal as like you can't not listen because it's just like kind of intrusive and like attention seeking. So anyways, and the moon is kind of like that too. So, if it's not through your voice, through your communication style, then it's through how you are in your home and your environment, and where you feel comfy, right? And so the nurturing caretaker is usually seen in a pretty good light, but there can be that egotistical side of it, right? Where it can just come across and be experienced as a very egocentric, like I said, the attention seeking, narcissistic is sometimes like associated, but I don't think that's a true narcissism. In most cases, it's just like that's what people think narcissism is, right? Where they're just like, oh, you want attention, so you must be a narcissist. And like that's not what that is. But anyways, it's very much like that. Leo, a lot of Leo people who are like sun or rising and stuff, so a lot of times like they have a lot of hair and everything, or they just have this hair that catches your attention, like a mane, because Leo is represented by the lion. And so I always thought that was cool. But you know, in the moon, when the moon's in Leo, there's definitely that that fire in you to experience, you know, that part of you that kind of wants to be seen and wants to be heard and wants to be acknowledged. And yeah, let me pick a card from, let's see what grandmother, what am I not talking about? She always, there's so much to talk about that I could just ramble on for days about any sign or placement or whatever. And that's what's so great when you listen to other people. I think my daughter just woke up. So ask. So I got the ask card, which is like a nice little, there's so much, my like ring light is making a lot of glare. So there's pretty flowers and stuff. And today I will ask. I will ask for directions. I will get lost. I will ask for support when I feel weak. I will ask for a hand when my hands are full and the burden is too heavy. I will ask for a light when I am in the dark. Today, I will give honor to those who are here for me. I will ask my teachers, my elders, and my higher power for wisdom, love, and guidance. Today, I will exercise great strength by asking. And that's one thing that is associated with the Leo energy, is it can be a little prideful and it doesn't necessarily want to ask for help, or it doesn't want to be seen as needing help. And it kind of, you know, but it does, you know, the fire needs fuel. We all need fuel. We all need each other to live in a society. Unless you want to go live in like the middle of the forest off the land, like then that's a good option if you understand how to do that and make sure you watch into the wild before you do that. But so, you know, we in a society, you know, we like to talk about, oh, I'm so independent. And I think Leo loves to do that like independent one man show thing. And that's definitely something that they need to acknowledge the people who are behind the scenes, right? Like if you think of an actor, the leading actor is very much associated with Leo energy, because it's the entertainer, right? Or the musician or whatever it is that's entertaining and on center stage, like a flame would be. My daughter's like, come get me. So they all want attention right now. My daughter wants attention. The dog wants attention. They both deserve it though, and I'm gonna give it to them right now. But yeah. So if you're on center stage and you're an actor, I'm just gonna pause. Hi. So I'm back. Razia is not feeling so good, so she's here with her Pedialyte. And like I was talking about, yes. So like I was talking about, Leo can want to be the front and center of the show and then not always give appropriate acknowledgments to those behind them. You know, like you notice that, you know, the leader of the song or the lead actor sometimes can take like all the credit for the whole song or the whole movie or the whole whatever. And there's not a whole lot of credit or acknowledgement going to the background of the production and, you know, set, director, producer, like all of those things, whatever it is. So the part of you that wants acknowledgement definitely needs to make sure to give credit where credit is due. And then the other half of that is like sometimes because you want all of that, you don't want to ask for help, because you want to show that you can do it by yourself and that you can be the center of attention. And so like I said, it will just depend on what area of your life you are showing your Leo energy. And sometimes that can fluctuate throughout your life, right? So it just depends. So the Leo moon's a good time to just reflect and see. Another thing that she reminded me of, so I'm going to talk about it, is that Leo represents children. Leo is thought of as a fatherly energy, providing energy. It represents the sun. And you know, the sun provides us with a lot of light to sustain our life. The sun represents life, the bringer of life. And so, along with, I say water represents life because I have a lot of water in my chart, but they both do. And sometimes we like to associate it with the 5th house, or not sometimes, it just depends on who you're talking to astrology wise. But I say if Leo had a favorite house, it would be the 5th house, because the 5th house is the house of creativity. And so that's where we look for our children, is the 5th house. And so your 5th house will give you insight into your first child, or, you know, what you like to create. So the purest form of human creation can be considered another human. However, not everybody has children, and we also create a lot of other things in our life besides children. So whatever it is that you like to create will be shown by that 5th house. And it's a very youthful energy. It's like where you get lost in flow and creativity. It's also like that dating, fun, sex energy, you know, where we create children, where children come from is in the 5th house, of where we kind of get lost in time and space, and we just feel good in that energy, and it's where we want to be. It's not something that's forced. We just do it for the sake of doing it. And hopefully if you have a child, you're having a child just for the sake of doing it. You don't have some kind of like weird other reasoning for doing that. Like hopefully if you're creating a child because you, one, got a little too lost in the moment, right? And or two, because you intentionally set out to create another human being for the sake of enjoying another human being, and not because of, like, you know, when you get a job, you're like, I go to work just to get paid. You definitely should not have a child for that reason, or create art for that reason, but you can. Obviously, those are inanimate things like art and everything, but the best art comes from a place of flow and creativity. So I think I rambled on enough about that. So let's see. I have my Mudra cards, which I love these cards. It has 5 elements. So there is fire, air, ether. They include ether in here, which I love that. I think Pisces is ether, really, more than water. So I'm gonna pull one, whatever, you know, see if it's a earth or water, air, ether. We'll see. Maybe Razia will pull one if she's up for it. Do you want to pick one? Put your youthful energy into it and tell us tell the Mudra cards, how are we going to balance and best utilize our Leo moon energy today? How are we going to do it? No, I didn't pull fire element. That's crazy. So standing, squat, plank. So this is a fire. So this is to channel your fire energy, which it's saying to use a yoga pose, standing, squat, or plank, boat pose. If she wasn't here, I would model this for you. I'm kind of squatting right now, sitting down. Sense sight, so you see, and Leo really likes to be seen. You see like how the fire likes to be seen. Solar plexus chakra, nice. Symbols, lion, no, that's crazy. Ram, snake, yellow triangle, sunlight, and candle flame. Digestive, the rules, digestive system, stomach, spleen, pancreas, qualities is heating, transforming, intense, bright, and energetic. And I think this could totally be like a Leo card. It also says Ram, which is the sign for Aries. And so that's interesting. So that's really cool. I think I kind of want to pick another one so that's like, let's pick another one to see how we can balance. How can we balance? Okay, so I picked another fire card. And clarity and personal power, self-esteem. So usually if I'm asking about, balancing an energy, it's, usually another element that helps balance it. So I'm curious what this says. That's a really cool symbol, and empowerment is an awesome way to utilize your fire. And it's probably like the most important way to utilize your fire. So it says assist in clarity, personal power, and self-esteem. And like I was saying, like self-esteem is so important to the Leo part of you. It is like your self-esteem energy. And so you really want to channel that. So this says supports digestion and aids assimilation of life experiences. She doesn't feel seen. So she wants to feel seen. Look at mama. Look at. So I said the benefits of doing this are supports digestion and aids assimilation of life experiences, enhances digestion, and directs breath into mid-back and adrenal glands. Energizing effects help to cultivate passion, clarity, and personal power. Step into your power. So the element is obviously fire. Instructions is to touch the index finger to the thumb on each hand. Bring the joined thumbs and index fingers. Okay, it says join the middle fingers and soften the other fingers naturally. Bring the diamond shape to rest right at solar plexus between the ribs, facing outward. Relax the shoulders downward and lengthen the spine. So I really like this. So do my hands look like the card? Okay, so you want to rest these back fingers. Okay, that looks cool. I'm gonna like look out at them. And put this on your solar plexus. Between the ribs, facing outward. So your solar plexus is like the center of your chest, from what I understand. And lengthen your spine. Lengthen your spine, baby. Lengthen it. Here, are you gonna do it? Are you gonna do it too? Yes? Ooh. Ooh. My inner light is vibrant, unique, and empowering. And I would say the best way to get to your fifth house energy and the best way to utilize your Leo energy is to play with your child or your niece or nephew or someone's child, but like don't be a creep and just like go play with other people's children. It's weird. But like child in your life. Play with them. And it will bring out your inner empowerment. Yes. What do you want? I think you want food, huh? All right. Well, with that, I think I'm going to wrap this up. And thank you guys for joining me. And I really have fun doing these. These are like my little way of me to center myself and do my moon ceremony. And I just share that with you guys. And it's so simple. I don't like do like this whole crazy thing. Look at, I have her to chase around. I can't do like all these crazy moon ceremonies every couple days. I just take a couple minutes, reflect on the energy, pull some cards, and talk about it with you guys. Thank you. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Bye. Look at the baby. Look at the baby smile. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye.